Hello guys, welcome back to Content Monsters, and in today's episode we're going to review Ray, which has just been released on Netflix.
I'm better.
Now, what's special about Ray? It has been adapted by 4 short stories by none other than the legendary Satyajit Ray. It's been adapted to a web series format. I think for the first time, I don't think any of Satyajit Ray's stories or short stories have been adapted to this format before, and that's what makes it exciting to look forward to seeing this series. Now, does it live up to the mark? Has it done justice to the short stories written by Satyajit Ray? I think yes. Is this series perfect? Possibly no. But was this series needed? 100% yes. I believe as makers and actors are pushing the boundaries of their work with each passing day, this series is clearly proof of what happens when filmmakers and actors continue to push themselves. Now, the other good part about this series is this eclectic mix of actors that this series has, right from the veterans like Manoj Bajpayee, KK Menon and Gajaraj Rao to the young guns like Harshvardhan, Radhika Madan, Akanksha Nanjan Kapoor and Ali Fazal. Let's discuss each story one by one. The first story, which is Forget Me Not, is about this business tycoon played by Ali Fazal, who's known as a whiz kid, literally like a human computer.
The man with the memory of a computer.
Ipsit Nair never forgets.
Amongst his friends, contemporaries, and his competition, in one go he can, rattle numbers right down to the last paise in terms of what he owes to his investors, to the kind of returns his company gets, to the kind of sales that his company has generated, and he is all over the place. He's won the business tycoon of the year, and you feel everything's just going right for him. I mean, he is the guy everyone aspires to become. And then a chance encounter with a former flame makes him question whether he does have the memory of a computer, because he somehow doesn't seem to remember a fling that he had with her over 4 days in Aurangabad.
Seriously याद नहीं है कि हम कहाँ मिले. Ipsit, you forgot.
And that literally leads him to a downward spiral. And he starts to question whether his memory is as good as people think it is, or what he thinks it is. And a former flame takes advantage of this doubt that he has about himself, and how all of a sudden everything that seemed good about him is taking him down to a path of self-destruction, is what this series is about. Now, whether he was a great corporate czar, or whether he was a ruthless or very ambitious businessman who didn't care two hoots about his friend, who didn't care two hoots about his colleagues, who didn't care about his family, even his wife, when he went through his philandering phase, is something that comes to the fore. I think Ali Fazal is given a brilliant performance, especially once that downward spiral of his starts, and the way it ends will definitely take the viewers by surprise. I think, again, the series starts with this show, and I think it starts with a bang with this show. The key characters in this series are Ali Fazal and Shweta Basu Prasad. Both have given a great performance. Ali Fazal obviously is holding the show on his own. It gets you intrigued as to what's next. The next part of this series is Behrupia. Again, you have KK Menon leading the show in this one, and he completely owns this show again. KK Menon is a very ordinary guy. He lives a very sad life. Everybody takes him for granted. He doesn't have a great job. He's always scoffed at in his job. Even in his personal life, the girl he loves doesn't take him that seriously. When you see KK's performances and when you see his face fall every time someone takes him for a toss, is when you really feel for the guy.
You make me feel like Juliet.
And then a sudden turn of fate gives him a fortune which now enables him to be someone. And how all these years of being a victim have actually turned him into someone far, far more evil than he can imagine, is what happens, because he starts to believing that he's now God because of that sudden turn of fate. In those last 20-25 minutes, when you see how this turnaround brings his downfall, is something only an actor of KK's caliber can pull off. Again, like I mentioned, this is KK's show all the way. This story in parts reminds you of Joaquin Phoenix's performance in Joker, but like I said, I mean, KK clearly owns the show here. How the lines between the man and his mask are completely blurred is what this story is all about. Now moving to the next one, Hangama Kyun Hai Badpa. You have the fantastic Manoj Bajpayee and the inimitable Gajraj Rao playing Jugalbandi with each other. Now Manoj Bajpayee's character, known as Musafir Ali, is a kleptomaniac. He's a compulsive thief. He just cannot resist himself from robbing things from any possible place and all and sundry. Now he has a chance encounter with Gajraj Rao's character, and he's robbed his antique pocket watch, which he calls the Khushbakt, which has got him good luck in his life and his career.
खुशबक कहते हैं इसे। इससे वक्त दिखलाती नहीं है, बदलती भी है।
And how Manoj Bajpayee's character undergoes a transformation once he lays his hand on that lucky watch is what forms part of the story.
आज के इस मुबारक सफर में मैं मुसाफिर अली आप सबका इस्तकबाल करता हूँ।
There is again a chance encounter between the two a few years down the line, where Manoj Bajpayee's character has recognized Aslam Beg, who used to be a wrestler, but Gajraj Rao hasn't been able to identify Manoj Bajpayee. But the Jugalbandi between the two, the chest Urdu in which Manoj Bajpayee speaks, and the complete lack of command over the language from Gajraj Rao is what makes this series very funny and humorous. And again, the twist in the tale comes at the end, like all the shows as part of this series, and the audience is definitely taken aback. Like I said, the highlight of this show is clearly the Jugalbandi between Manoj Bajpayee and Gajraj Rao, and the audience will relish it. While the show seems serious, there is an underlying humor throughout the show. And the good part about this show is that it doesn't take itself as seriously as Behrupiya and Forget Me Not. I think this episode also continues the good work from the previous two. And now coming to the last one, which is Spotlight, featuring Harshvardhan, Akanksha Ranjan Kapoor and Radhika Madan. I think they've done a good job. This one revolves around the godmother, who has huge set of fans, and a movie star who's obsessed with himself.
भाई तेरा जो लुक है ना, इस पे पूरी इंडिया फिदा है।
I have the divine look.
Though I do feel that godmother angle has been slightly caricaturized, and it's a bit over the top, but nonetheless, I think Harshvardhan has been sincere in his performance. Radhika Madan, in a very short role, does a great job. Akanksha Ranjan Kapoor, I think, is very good. She comes back on the screen after Guilty. She was the surprise packet of Guilty, and even here in that short role, she's done a good job. And you also have Chandan Roy Sanyal, who's phenomenal as usual. It's good to see him again on screen after Ashram. Now, this episode is all about how this movie star cannot fathom how the godmother's popularity exceeds his own by a long shot. He just is not able to figure out why the public is obsessed over the godmother as compared to him, and the clearly bone of the contention is that he has to vacate his room for the godmother, and he's just not able to digest that. What follows as a result of his obsession with himself and the fact that he cannot digest the godmother's popularity is what forms the crux of the story. I do feel, like I said, this one is a bit over the top, and possibly the godmother is slightly caricaturized. We've seen this being attempted in movies like Oh My God. Nonetheless, I think it's an interesting addition to the rest of the stories. Now, my rating for this show would be 6.5 on 10. I think the stories are fairly long. Again, I think the editing could have been much sharper. One of the things that I feel is a problem that I'm hopeful will be addressed over a period of time, because the makers are not bothered by the 2.5 hour or 3 hour time slot. They somehow seem to take their own pace in terms of coming to the point. Now, each of these stories I feel could have been shorter by at least 5 or 10 minutes. So that, I think, is a bone of contention. Also, I feel the stories featuring Ali Fazal and Manoj Bajpayee and Gajraj Rao are possibly higher in terms of quality than the other two. Now, I think Behrupiya could have been better, but because KK Menon has given such a fantastic performance, he really lifts that one. I'd love to hear your views about the show. Like I said, it's a show that may not be the best, but it's a show that is definitely needed, because as filmmakers, as actors keep pushing the boundaries of their craft, it's important that commercial tripe like Radhe is therefore not made. And so this is my review. I'd love to hear your views on what you thought of Ray. Does it work for you? Does it not work for you? What works, what doesn't? Subscribe to our channel if you like our video, and keep those comments going. We're getting great love from you, and we'll continue the show as usual. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.